Eyedentity. I'm over here with my team members, Tabang and Flo. We are a SIM swapping fraud detection system. So the problem story that we're showcasing here today is that I'm sure all of us have had a call that we received from. I'm sure all of us have received a call from a telecommunication or banking institution asking us for us to give them, identify ourselves to them, but without us actually understanding who they are. And so basically that's the problem that we're trying to solve as identity, in the sense of, okay, we are facilitating the process of SIM swapping and number porting. So SIM swapping is a big problem in South Africa. It's actually targeting banks at their bottom line, because if users now start not trusting the use of their mobile phones to perform online transactions, or just trusting the system itself with SIM swapping, with all the money that they've invested in it becomes a problem. So that's the problem that we're trying to solve, basically. So we solve this problem. We solve this problem by providing authentication between the networking institutions and the client. So basically, we become the man in the middle. So we facilitate the connection or the communication in between the client and the telecommunications network. And that's about it on this end of the problem. I believe this will give you, if this didn't give you a clear enough picture, the demo in terms of how it's going to be working. So I'm going to give it over to Phil.
Hi guys, Eyedentity, as he said.
Can you please raise up the voice?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. No.
So I'm gonna take you guys through the demo. I think I'll disappoint you a bit. The website that we have is sort of a smoky mirror. Let's see it. But we'll give you an idea of how the thing works. And so this will be the general landing page of the site. Sign in, just gonna type random stuff since it's a smoky mirror. Sign in, and it will take them to that dashboard. These are some of the functions that we're going to be incorporating onto the main idea of SIM swapping fraud. The user can then this page will allow for users to manage their SIM cards. Say they want to allow a SIM swap to happen. They'll just click that button, or if they wanna allow a number porting, they'll press whatever button, and when they save, they should get a notification as well that telling them that from the telecommunication company telling them that we have received your. Do you want help?
So it's basically going to send a one-time password, or that's going to be telling the client that the application has basically been successful if they've allowed the user, or they've allowed for the whole process of SIM swapping to take place. If they haven't allowed for the SIM swapping to take place, our system is as we said, it's a fraud detection system. So if it's not allowed, the user will get a call from the internet service, from rather the telecommunication system, telling them that, rather asking them if they are requesting a SIM swap, and if not, it gets rejected on the spot and it gets reported. Well, the link, or that from the place that it was done, the location gets reported that something's happening.
So what value are you adding to the process? I mean, if it's telco is sending messages and confirming things. The telco is doing all the work. What do you do?
We are sending the messages with the application because we are the manager.
And how do you make sure that the card can't be SIM swapped to the SIM? I can quickly tick a button and say, I don't allow for SIM swap, but how do you enforce that? Because you have no control over the SIM and whether it's swapped or not. That's what the telco is doing.
So we didn't mention this here, but what we're planning to do is integrate with the networking systems themselves and have some sort of an EDI where we exchange data with them and we automate the process of actually SIM swapping. By automating the process, we're taking the job away from them and onto the machines. And I'm not sure if I'm answering the question correctly.
Yes. Why would the telco let you do that?
Pardon?
Why would the telco let you do that?
Because it's a problem that's pardon?
We would have a QA.
Oh, okay. It's a problem that it's a really big problem for them right now and for the clients as well. I mean, if the clients don't trust the telecommunications and they don't trust the banks or everyone else that is involved in the chain, then they lose all the money that they've been investing in mobile and all these other platforms.
Maybe you should consider, instead of making, to your question, it might be very difficult for a telco to, but as a consumer, if you've given me the option to tell a telco that you're allowed to do a SIM swap, you get verification from a third party like you. Maybe.
So if you look at the work effort involved in something like this, at a telco you can initiate a SIM swap from many. So let's say you're doing this via DDI, there's nothing stopping a customer running into a support center saying, I need to do a SIM swap, or walking into a store and initiating a SIM swap. If the telco provides a mechanism to preclude that and tie it directly to the EDI and not allow that through the other vehicles, the telco is doing it themselves anyway. So they have full control of that from beginning to end. The value proposition is great, but in order to allow the systems to do that, the telcos don't have to really provide in front of themselves.
Not quite. You guys have an answer to that. I just don't know why you guys aren't even trying to answer. What about your communications to the bank? Sorry, so Grant, I have got to the solution. Why aren't you telling Grant about the second layer of defense, the bank? That you own not only the defense of the telecommunications provided, but you also have the interface with them. I'm trying to help you guys here, but I can't get you guys answer.
Basically, we're going to be doing that with the networking companies, the telecommunication companies rather, and the banks, so that if it does happen that the SIM swap happens out of our like you said, it's out of our control, and it does happen, we notify the banks that something like this is happening, so that they can also do it. So.
Can we have the safe check come approaching the stage, please? Safe check, please quickly step up.
Afternoon, everybody. We are the Safe Hacks, and